Okay. Good morning. Let's start today with, let's continue chapter 3, lesson 3. Let's start with a new lesson in chapter 3, which talking about rational numbers and the number line. So today we're gonna learn what are the rational numbers and how can I represent them on the number line. All of you, please open your book, page 151. Now, the rational numbers and the number line. What do you mean by the rational numbers? The rational numbers, that they are any number, can be written in a form of A over B, such as the decimals, such as the fractions, such as the integers. They are rational number. What do I mean? Like 2 over 3. This is rational number. It can be written as a fraction in form of A over B. Decimals like 0.1. It can be written as 1 over 10. So this is rational. This is rational. Negative 2. It can be written as negative 2 over 1. So this is rational. So what do I mean by rational? All the numbers that they can be written in a form of A over B, like the fractions, like the decimals, like the numbers 3. If I put it under 1, so this is A and this is B. If it can be written in a form of A over B, this is what rational number. Later on in grade 7, inshallah, you will talk about the non-rational numbers, how I will say that this is rational and how I will say this is non-rational. So any number that can be written as a fraction of A over B, this will be rational. Decimals, fractions, integers. So look at this circle here. Now, as I told you before, if you look at the if you look at the whole number here, okay, we say that all the numbers that we know them before grade 6, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 17, 200, 1000, and so on, these numbers, we call them whole numbers. Okay? Any numbers like 0, any positive whole number. What do I mean by whole? Like not decimals, just numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 1.5, only whole numbers. This is, we call them whole. And then we talk about the integers. We said that the integers, they are all the positive and the negative numbers and the 0. So the negative numbers, negative 9, negative 73, negative 579, negative 137, 17, and 0, all of them here, they are, let's make the circle big. All the numbers, look at this circle here. I draw it now. The integers, I are like, if they are like 1, 3, 7, 5, this is whole. Okay, if I add the negative number to them, this be integers. So this is like the big family. Now, the biggest one, which is the rational number, this one here. The rational number, like What do I mean by the rational number? Rational number, they are the positive numbers, the negative numbers, the decimals, and the fraction. Exactly, they are combining together, they are coming together. So any decimal or any fraction or any negative or any positive, we call them the rational numbers. The rational numbers, like the mother, it's combined all of them. Sorry? Even what? Yeah, all of them. It's the mother that what? No. Whole is only 0 and 0 and 7. Yani like the positive numbers. The integers, they could be the circle that is bigger, that's combined, or that's contained the negative and the whole numbers. The integers, it contains the fractions, the decimals, the negative, and the positive. Yes. And positive and negative numbers. With integers, not integers, integers. What did you mean? Miss one by one, please. Sorry, if there's what? Yes. Yes, exactly. Miss one by one, one by one. Negative and positive. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. As an example, I will give you now another example. Like this. Okay. This is here. This is your room. This is the house or your home, you can say. And this is the Riyadh. Okay. Now, your room, this is your room. This room is at your home. So, your home contains your room. But your room, it's not the whole home. Your room, it must have other rooms. Here is the positive number. Here is the negative numbers. Now, your room is at the home. So that's mean your room is one of the rooms, is one part from the home. So your room, it must be at your home. But your home, it mustn't have only your room. It must have another rooms, which are the negative numbers. So the negative and, or you can say that your mother room and your room are at the home. Like the negative and the positive are at the home. Now Riyadh, it's the rational number. Okay, what does it contain? It contains your room, and it contains your home, and it contains other homes, which are the fractions and the decimals. I told you it's not only this part. I said rational, it's not only this one. No, it's the whole circle, like Riyadh. Riyadh contains your home and contains your room. Integers, integers. Integers. J, not G. Integers, integers. أيوة. Yes, positive and negative. Like this is. No, Miss, sis, no, Miss, it's so easy. The whole are the positive numbers only. The integers are the negative and the positive together. And the rational are the decimals, fraction, negative and positive. Got it? Positive and negative. أيوة. Yes, fractions, decimals, and integers. Yeah, so the rational, they are positive and negative numbers, positive and negative fractions, positive and negative decimals. Okay. Yes, that's it. Now, the freezing point, now let's see here, as we said before, we have horizontal and vertical number line. Now, today we're gonna represent the rational numbers on the vertical number line, and tomorrow we're gonna represent them on the vertical number line. Let's start now here. The freezing point of a liquid is the temperature at which the liquid turns into a solid when it is cooled. The table. Yes, ask me. No, according to the numbers. Later on, see, in lesson 4, we're gonna learn how to order and compare the rational numbers. Yeah, next lesson, inshallah, I will tell you how to compare between them. Yeah, so the freezing point of a liquid, you know that it is a temperature where the liquid turns to solid. The table shows the approximate freezing points on previous liquids. Like the carbonated water, the freezing point is at negative 0.3, the fizzy lemonade at negative 0.5, and the hydrazine at 1.4. I ask you now to graph the values in the table. Let's start now with the carbonated water, negative 0.3. The first thing you have to know that this is here, as you see the number line. This number line, we call it vertical number line. The vertical number line in your book is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dashes. Not 4, not 8, not 10, 5 dashes. Between each two whole numbers, you have 5 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The last one must be counted. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, start from up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what does it mean? That means since I have 5 dashes, and between them, between 1 and 0, there's a number 1, the whole, and 0, 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So how can I know which value represent each dash? Just I will divide 1 by the number of dashes. 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. So what does it mean? That's mean here is 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, then 2, and so on. So since they are 5 dashes, I will divide the difference, which is 1, divided by the number of dashes, which is 5. So 1 over 5, which is 0.2. So that's mean each dash, or the value of each dash, represent 0.2. This is the first thing. Before I represent the numbers, I must know what is the value of each dash. No, I choose a difference. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. I took the difference between two values. Yes, or 1, 2 and 1, or 0 and -1, or -1 and -2. Yes, so here now, this is, as I told you now, this is point. This is 2. This is 1.8. I told you the difference is 1. Divide by the number of dashes. So that's mean the distance between two dashes is 0.2. Now, negative 0.2. You will write the numbers, but with negative sign now. Negative 0.4. Negative 0.6. Negative 0.8. Negative 1. Negative 1.2. Negative 1.4. Negative 1.6. Negative 1.8. Sorry? Miss, here you start like this is, just a minute, please. Let's me put the numbers beside them. Because I didn't skip anything. Two numbers, I told you why. Because you subtract the divide the difference between on the number of dashes. See here. Miss, look here. This is number 2. This is number 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. How many dashes you have? 1. Between them, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Got it? Type. Then 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. Yeah, and it will be 0.2. So what does it mean? That's mean if you when you start in 0, you will add 0. You will add 0.2, so it comes as 0.2 plus 0.2, 0.4 plus 0.2, 0.6 plus 0.2, 0.8 plus 0.2, 1, and so on. Now let's come back now to 0. Now, but I want to go down. 0 minus 0.2, negative 0.2. Then you will write the numbers here. Look up here, we say 2.2, 0.4, 0.6. He will say 0.2, 0.4, 0.6 in the opposite direction, but now with negative sign. Right, we said why 0.2 because we said that from 2 to 1 is the difference is 1 over 5 dashes. That's why I choose 0.2. If it is 8 dashes, the value will be different. I will not count by 0.2. Maybe I will count by 0.25. Yeah, miss. Look at me here. Here, what is the number? 2. And here, what is the number? 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. How many dashes between 1 and 2? 5. That's why we say 1 over 5. When you divide it, you get 0.2. That's why I skip 0.2 between 2 dashes. Now, where is negative 0.3? How can I represent it? See, it's one by one by one. Halas, Zain is talking. Stop talking. Yeah. So here, this is negative 0.3. Where is it? Here is negative 0.2. Here is negative 0.4. So it will be between them. So this line here represent negative 0.3. Now, negative 0.3 is the opposite of what? 0.3. Now, see, they told you that in order to understand it more, 0.3, okay, they told you now 0.3, between which 2 points? Yes. No, positive. 0.3, between what and what? Positive 2.2 and 0.4. So that's mean, see, 0.3, it's between 0.2 and 0.4. So that's mean negative 0.3 will be between negative 0.2 and negative 0.4. The same as 0.3. 0.3 is between 0.2 and 0.4, and negative 0.3 between negative 0.2 and negative 0.4, the same numbers. Yeah, but you have to know, you must know how to put them. But remember that, by the way, for the vertical, this will be fixed. Okay, because in your book, no, miss. The book, in your book, here, it is the number of dashes is only 5 between any two whole numbers. So that means these numbers are fixed. Let's do now the second one. See, now I will take the same numbers. And I will put them here. Yeah, the second one now. Negative 0.5. Hello, first of all, before that, 0.5 is between which two numbers? Let's see. Wait. Jumana, where's Jumana? Jumana. There's Jumana. Where's Jumana? I want. Yes, Jumana. 0.5 is between what? Positive 0.5. Miss, La Allah. I want Jumana. Yes, Jumana. Continue, please. Positive 0.5 between two numbers. Right. So that means negative 0.5 is between what? Bravo. Negative 0.4 and negative 0.6. Yes, just a minute. So, yes, Jumana, continue now. So where you will find negative 0.5? Yeah? Yeah, that's just a minute here. I make something wrong. Okay. So, between negative 0.4 and negative 0.6. So here is the negative 0.5. Thank you, Jumana. Now the second one. Yes, please. Yes, yellow, 1.4. This is for the hydrogen. Between which two numbers? Between which two numbers? 1.4. Now, what here on the number line? (1.2) and 1.6. Bravo. So where does it locate now? Yes, yeah. Let's continue, please. Where is 1.4? It will be here. Between 1.2 and 1.6. Thank you so much. Yes, ask me too. Sorry, but can you repeat? Yes, if this is vertical, okay. Hello, this is for only the vertical. I told you, if it is vertical, keep these numbers the same. Because in at your book here, they are only have 5 dashes, so these numbers are fixed. Okay, yeah. Now let's go to your Miss, no, look at the number lines. When you want to see say the numbers, look at the number line. This is 1.4. It's between 1.2 and 1.6. Miss, 1.5, it's not written on the number line. I told you here on the number line, between which two numbers? I want you to choose numbers on the number line that's written. Got it? Right, now let's go now to the practice here. Let's solve these questions now. Without this, imagine that we don't have them. Yellow. 0.6. As I told you before, now let's go with the Sana. Sana. Salma. Salma. Rudaina. Rimas. Girls. Rinat. Wait. Rudaina, sorry. Yes, Rudaina. Now, 0.6. Here we have 0. Here we have 0.2. Here we have what? Yalla, continue. Bravo. 0.8. So where's 0.6? Bravo. Here is 0.6. Thank you. Now, after Rudaina, Rimas. After Rimas, Rinat. Just a minute, yes. I will check the names. So Sana didn't answer. Salma didn't answer. Rudaina, Rimas, okay. Rinat, no. Rima. Okay, don't ask me why I send your names to Miss Huwaida. طيب next now Maryam عبد الستار. مريم عبد الستار. مريم. طيب مريم مصطفى. Yes, Maryam. Negative 1.25. Okay. هلا first of all, negative 1.25 between which two numbers? Bravo, it's between -1 and -2. This is the first step. Thank you. Hello then. So it is here. So I will go now here. This is -1, -1.2, يلا continue. Negative. 8 and negative 2. Thank you. Now, where is negative 1.25? أيوة, it's somewhere here. It's between negative 1.2 and negative 1.4. Yes. But if they have a problem, they're supposed to write on chat or send me on Telegram that teacher, I have a problem, or answer the question on the chat. There's no problem. They can write, send me the answer on the chat. What's your name? No, Jana, listen, stay. Okay, thank you, Mariam. Now, Laura. 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 Laura, Laura. Jumana. Jumana answered today. Okay. Juri. But you answered, Jumana, is it right? Oh, Juri. Juri Ramzi. Yes, Juri. Now listen, see here, number 6. Negative 1.5. Between which two numbers? Negative 1.5. Between 2 and 1, or 1 and 0, or 0 and negative 1, or negative 1 and negative 2. Jury? Yes. Negative 1, please, the others, mute your microphone. Negative 1.5. Between which two numbers? Between 1 and 0, or 0 and negative 1, or negative 1 and negative 2? Bravo, between negative 1 and negative 2. So this is here, negative 1, negative 1.2. I will continue. Bravo. Now, negative 1.5. What does it mean? How you write it as a decimal? What you will say? Negative 1 point what? Now, half. How you write half as a decimal? If it is a fraction, you must write it as a decimal. How you write it as a decimal? 1 point what? Now, 1 divided by 2, it's 5. So negative 1.5. Now, where is negative 1.5? Between which two numbers? Bravo. So it's gonna be here. Negative 1.5. That's it. The period is finished. So inshallah, tomorrow we will continue solving the verticals. Then we're going to talk about the horizontal. Bye-bye.